Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have a really exciting one. I'm going to be sharing with you and doing demos of the products that I bought from the Sephora VIB sale. It just recently ended, and my last video I did show you all the products that I got, so I wanted to demo them for you guys. I'm really excited to put them on my face. This is the first time I'm putting them on my face, swatching them, anything like that. So I'm really excited. I really went out for the Sephora sale. I usually don't go all out for their sale just because I typically will buy things that I want throughout the year. I usually won't wait until the sale, to be honest, but this year I figured I would go all out. Why not? Had a lot of things on my list that I wanted to get, so I did splurge a little bit, which you will see in this video. If you guys want to see the products that I got and the demos, how they look on the skin, swatches, stuff like that, make sure you keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload. I do upload every week, and check out my social media links. They are here on the page as well as down below in the description bar. I would recommend that you follow my Instagram and my TikTok. Those are where I am most active. And let's get right into the video, guys. So first we're going to prime our face. This is not a new product, but this is the Tatcha Silk Canvas, the liquid version. This is really nice. I really like this. I like the balm one too, but this is really nice. And it smells good too. Smells very fresh. Next, for foundation, we're gonna go in with the Shiseido Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation. This is an oil-free foundation. It has SPF 30 in it, which is great, especially since the summer is coming up. And I was really intrigued when buying this. I know there's not a lot of reviews out there, but when I saw the word radiant, I was like, okay, I need to pick this up. I love glowy foundations. I do have dry skin. My T-zone can get a little oily. Like my forehead gets oily the most, but it's not too much. So I prefer foundations that are dewy. So the top here, actually, right now it's locked. I can't push the top down, but when I turn the lid here, then I can go ahead and pump it out. I do have the shade 110 Alabaster. This is the lightest shade. Now, I did order this online because this product is not in stores. I believe you can only purchase this online at Sephora's website or the Shiseido website. And the swatches on Sephora's website, I'm gonna be honest, they weren't good. The next shade up from this was almost like an orange shade, and it definitely wouldn't have matched me if I was going by the shade swatch, so I figured I would try the lightest one. This might be a little too light for me, but we'll still try it. So we're just gonna pump some out. It is a little runny, but it's not running that much. But because it is running, I'm gonna assume that this is a more thin consistency, so it won't feel as heavy on the skin. I don't know how much we need, so I did go in with about a pump and a half. And I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Total Face Sponge, and we are going to start blending this in. So far, it blends in really nice. Has definitely a coverage to it for sure. I would definitely say medium, if not full. And I do think the color may be a little bit light for me, but honestly, I think if I just blend it into my neck, we will be all good. So this is what the foundation is looking like. Let me turn down my lights so you can see a little bit better. So here I turned down my lights. I think I definitely applied way too much. It does look a little heavy on the skin, but it doesn't feel heavy, which is really nice. But you can definitely see that that glow is for sure there. It's very radiant and very dewy. So I think it looks good. The coverage is really nice, but again, I think it just looks heavy because I went in a little heavy-handed. So the next time that I use this, I definitely will go in with a lighter hand, but I love the finish of it. It looks super glowy, super hydrated. My skin looks just healthy and plump. Next, for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the new Wet n Wild Incognito concealer. This is all over YouTube right now. I believe it's all over TikTok as well. This is their all day full coverage concealer. I got the shade Fair Beige, which I think is a little light for me. When I looked at their shade range at a different store from where I purchased this, they had more shades, and I definitely probably could have gotten a different shade. But what I like about this is it's peachy. It has that very peach undertone to it. So I know it's definitely gonna cancel out any dark spots that we have. And we're gonna go ahead and blend that in. I have used this once before off camera and it looked really, really nice under the eyes. It definitely had some full coverage and it blended really, really effortlessly into the skin. Like you can see, it didn't even take much effort at all. Just gonna blend out the other side here. Also, make sure you get the inner corner here. Sometimes I forget about that part and then I look back and I'm like, okay, I still have concealer there. Like, what was I thinking? So don't forget that part, ladies and gentlemen. But this concealer, it just has a beautiful coverage. Like it looks very, I would say, just natural under the eyes. It doesn't look too dry. It doesn't look too cakey. I think it looks really, really nice. I will say, I definitely think that the foundation is looking way just too heavy again. It's kind of making my face look a little bit dry. So I don't know how well the other products are going to sit on top of this foundation, but let's hope that it goes well. So for cream bronzer, I did pick up the brand new Nars bronzing cream. I have the shade Laguna here, which is just a nice warm tone cream bronzer. And just applying that to the back of my hand, you can see. I hope it's not too dark for me just because I do have really fair skin. So sometimes bronzers tend to just either make me look orange or they're just too dark for me. Like the undertone sometimes just doesn't match me. But I'm going to take a Fenty face brush. This is their 125 brush. And I'm going to go ahead and pat in a little bit and like pat some on the back of my hand, and then just gonna go in here to the hollows of my cheeks just to add a little bit of warmth to the skin and do a little bit of contouring. I think this is a nice color. It definitely looks darker in the pot, I will say. It's looking very, very nice on my skin for sure. I thought it was going to be maybe too dark or maybe too warm, but it's looking pretty neutral on my skin and it's blending in really, really nice. It doesn't take much effort at all to blend this in, and you can see I do have a nice wash of color over here, and I'm just applying some up here as well. On the forehead, it's not necessary, but if you want to make your forehead look smaller and just add some shadow there, you can. I think this looks really, really pretty. Let me lower my light a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. All right, I turned down my light. Can you see that a little bit better? It just leaves a really nice contour and shadow in the face, which I really, really like. So we're gonna do the same over here. And I've been applying my bronzer contour a little bit higher than I normally do. So I'm trying to figure out which technique is the best for me. Also, I want to point out, it's not emphasizing any texture. It's not breaking up my foundation underneath. It's just blending really, really nice into the skin. Like, I'm really, really impressed with this. I'm not sure if this is limited edition. I hope it's not. I know sometimes Nars does come out with limited edition products, but if you are as fair as me, I think that this shade will work for you. They have 2 shades, which I don't know why brands are only coming out with 2 shades of cream bronzer. Like, to me, that makes no sense whatsoever. Like, come on, we need some lighter and deeper shades for all spectrums. But yeah, I think this color looks so, so good. I thought it was gonna be too dark on my skin and it blends beautifully. I'm really happy that I picked this up. So next we're gonna go in with some cream blush. I actually have 2 here. I'm gonna use one on one side, one on the other. This is the Melt Cosmetics cream blush. This is their blush light in the shade Honey Thief. This is what she looks like. It's a very pinky orange color. It's so beautiful, you guys. It's really emollient in the pan here, and when you swatch it, it just looks so beautiful. Like, I'm so excited to put this on. This is their best-selling cream blush. Actually, they have, I think, 5 shades. I did pick up another shade called Sandy Cheeks, which I am going to use in a different video, but this looks nice. I'm also going to go in with this Hourglass blush stick. They just came out with these, and this is the shade Sacred, which is a peachy coral. So here's what the shade looks like. It's very, you know, pinky orange, kind of like the Melt one. So I'm going to swatch them side by side here. So swatching them side by side, you can see the Hourglass one is definitely a lot pinker. I actually wasn't aware. I thought they looked pretty similar in person. So actually, I don't think I'm going to go in with the Hourglass one. I'll save that for another upcoming video, just because you can definitely tell the difference between the two. I really thought you couldn't when just looking at them with my eyes, but Girl, I was wrong. So we're just gonna use the Melt one today. Again, this is the shade Honey Thief, and I'm going in with a different face brush from Fenty. It's still the 125 brush. These brushes are so good for cream bronzer and cream blush. So I just tapped my brush in twice and just gonna pat a little on the back of my hand to kind of warm it up. And I'm gonna go in and apply this. Wow, this looks really nice. I like this color actually. I'm getting more into pinks, believe it or not. You guys know I used to only use like orange and coral colors and nude colors as well, but I'm getting into pink blush now. Not like bubblegum pink or anything, but ooh, I really like this. This looks really nice. And if you go too far in like I did, just go back in with your sponge and you can just blend it on out to soften it up. Because sometimes I go in a little too far. But wow, this looks nice. I'm impressed. And it does have a little bit of sheen to it. It is a dewy blush, as you can see, but honestly, if you put powder over it, I think that, you know, it will obviously mattify with the powder over it, but that is gorgeous. I'm in love with this color, you guys. Cream blush is my thing. Like, just blush in general, I'm so obsessed with it. Like, if I had to choose one thing, one makeup product that I wouldn't be able to live without, it would be cream blush. So this is what the shade looks like. It looks so good, and it just looks, to me, it looks really natural on the skin too. Like, it's just such a perfect flush of color. I'm in love with this color. So next we're gonna go in with the Kimchi Chic Puff Puff Pass powder. So I do still have it in the original packaging, so this is my first time going in with it. A lot of people rave about this. Oh my gosh, look at this wrapping, you guys. It has the queen herself on here. That is cute. That is awesome. I've never seen like tissue paper with someone's face on it. I love that idea. And they even put a little like donut sticker here with like a little bite taken out of it. Oh my god, that's cute. All right, so here is what she looks like. She has a nice pinky purple lid, and I did get the shade translucent. There's actually a bunch of different colors in this, but I am gonna go in. Ooh, actually, before I go in, comes with a little powder puff. How cute. I usually don't use powder puffs, but I see they're becoming a thing again, so maybe I will start using one. So it's cute, the little sifter. I don't know if you'll be able to see. No, you won't be able to see, but it's a little heart. Oh, it's so cute. I'm gonna dump some of this into the lid here, and I'm gonna go in and just blend out any creasing that may have formed. I'm gonna do this for both my under eyes and my eyelids. They tend to crease the fastest, and my forehead also tends to crease. Since my face is looking a little heavy, I kind of am afraid to go in with powder, but this powder is supposed to be really good. So let's try it. Ooh, I could already immediately see the blurring effect. Can you guys see it? It's so obvious, at least in my monitor. Like, this side is super blurry, and then this side you see like all my texture and my fine lines. Oh my god. What did they put in this? This looks nice. Wow. This is a really, really nice formula. I'm impressed. Like, look at my under eyes. They look so good. So we're just gonna set the rest of the face. Even my forehead looks blurry. Wow, I feel like I just like put a filter on my skin. Or like on my face. This is definitely matte. It's definitely going to mattify your skin. So if you have, you know, super dry skin where you have dry patches, which, girl, I'm in the same boat as you. I feel you. You might just have to be careful, you know, with how much you're applying. I don't like to go overboard with powder. I like to just apply a light layer. But wow, you guys, I'm honestly impressed. Like, my face, I feel like it doesn't even look heavy anymore. Like, the makeup doesn't even look heavy. Wow, this is so nice. I definitely am loving this powder. I can't wait to keep using it. Like, my face looks 10 times better now that I have went in and applied that powder. I love it. So I don't have a new powder bronzer, but I'm gonna go in with the Fenty bronzer in the shade Into Sun, and just gonna add a little bit of bronzer. I don't like to go overboard with bronzer either. I like to just have a really light layer of bronzer. And sometimes like on my forehead, I like to kind of pat it down because I find that makeup tends to separate the fastest on my forehead. If it is to separate at all, I normally will get that, or like flaky or patchiness on my forehead, so I like to kind of pat on my forehead. But yeah, just a little bit of powder bronzer, and then I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild blush here. This is in the shade Mellow Wine. It's right here. It's just like a pretty neutral wine color. And we're just gonna lightly apply that to the apples of the cheeks. I love Wet n Wild blushes. They're so pigmented. You barely even have to dip your brush in. And voila, we're looking very blushy today, I must say. For highlighter, you guys know if you watch my previous videos, the Milani highlighter, this is their baked highlighter in the shade 110, Dulce Perla. This is so beautiful, you guys. It is my favorite highlighter from the drugstore. It's super blinding, so if you like a blinding highlight, girl, this is for you. And this is without spraying my brush, okay? So imagine what this would look like if my brush had some setting spray on it. It would look insane, in a good way, of course. The highlighter looks amazing. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my brows and my eyes off camera, and we will be back to do the lips and finish up this video. All right, guys, so I am back. This is what the eyes look like. They look very burnt, very warm, very crispy. I really like the copper tone in the middle there. It's just like an orange coppery tone. It looks really beautiful. I went in with the Be Perfect Carnival 3 Love Tahiti palette. I adore this palette. But I forgot to mention, I also have this product from Freck. This is their extra large version of their original Freck. And you can go in and make faux freckles with this. So I'm going to do that actually on camera. I got the light shade, like the original color, but they did just come out with a darker one. So I'm going to go ahead and just dot this on. And then they say you can copy and paste it by putting your finger down. And you can also diffuse them too when you put your finger down. And I'm just going to go over them with my beauty blender just to kind of soften them even more. But this is what they look like, really cute. So for lips, I did pick up some Essence Stay 8-Hour Lip Liners. And I think the shade that I'm going to go in with today, I think I'm going to go in with this one. This is the shade, what is this? Tea Time. So here's what it looks like. It's just a really nice, it's kind of like a nude brown with like a slight pink undertone, but also kind of reddish. And we're going to line our lips with this. And then we're going to take the brand new NYX This Is Milky Gloss. I picked up the shade Cookies and Milk. It's just a really nice nude shade. They have a wide variety of these. I might pick up the pink one because I did try this off camera once and I really liked it. It wasn't bad. And they smell really good. It just makes the lips look really juicy. It's not very sticky. It's sticky just barely. Like it's super, super tolerable. Like when you're talking, your lips aren't going to stick together or anything. But it definitely has a very, very high shine. And let me swatch that for you. So this is what the shade looks like. Again, it's just like a very nice beigey nude, very sheer color. So yeah, guys, that is it for this look. What do we think? The lashes that I used are the Salon Perfect, the 614 Wispies. I absolutely adore those lashes. They are the best lashes from the drugstore, in my opinion. They just look so high-end. But I love the way that the look turned out. Again, for the foundation, I think maybe I just went in too heavy-handed, so I am going to play with it off camera and try to go in with a lighter hand to see if I can maybe get my skin to not look as heavy or cakey. The concealer I really liked. It leaves such a beautiful natural finish on the skin, and it doesn't take much effort at all to blend it, which I really, really like. I loved the Melt Cosmetics blush and the Nars cream bronzer. I think they both look so beautiful on the skin. I love this color in Laguna from Nars for my fair skin. It doesn't look too warm. It doesn't look too cool. It's just the right neutral undertone, which I really, really like. Both blended really, really seamlessly with that Fenty brush, but I'm sure you could go in with like a dense brush from Real Techniques or an e.l.f. complexion brush, and it will get the job done for you as well. But these are really, really nice. The powder I'm blown away by. It blurred my skin so much that like you could see a whole difference on camera, so you know that the blur is like top notch. I really like this. I think it definitely overall made my skin look a lot better than it was before I powdered, so I can't wait to keep using that. This Wet n Wild blush is super cute. It's just such a nice like nude rose pink. I'm just getting into those colors, so I really like the blush. A little goes a long way. You do not need a lot at all. It has a lot of pigment. The lip liner, I like the colors. They have a lot of colors and they're really cheap. I think they're like $2.99 or $4.99, and they do stay. They're waterproof actually, so they're gonna last all day when you're drinking, eating, no matter what. They're gonna last all day. The Freck product I actually really like. I'm not good at faux freckles, honestly. I'm really bad at them, so I just have to find a technique that works for me and then I'll be good to go. But I can't wait to keep using this product as well. And the gloss, I really like the gloss. I think it looks really nice. Some people say that because it's a more serumy, milky type of texture that you might get that ring around your mouth, that like white ring that sometimes you get with like saliva buildup or just like too much gloss on the lips. But I have not experienced that with wearing this, so I can't say if you will get that or not, but I can tell you that this does feel really nice on the lips. It makes my lips feel really hydrated, and I love the color. I think it's just overall a perfect nude lip gloss. So yeah guys, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Please consider it. I would love it if you did. Check out my social medias. My Instagram and my TikTok are what I'm most active on. And let me know in the comments what your favorite products are currently. These products I definitely, like I said, I'm interested to keep trying, and you will see some other ones on my upcoming videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!